Welcome to HMG Paints. This short video will explain the rules that are essential to ensure everyone's safety and to keep you safe while on site. Safety on site is very important. You must obey all the rules you're about to hear. Any breach may result in you not being allowed to remain on site. All visitors must observe the following general rules. All visitors are required to report to reception on arrival, where you'll be signed in. You will be handed a visitor pass and high visibility jacket that must be worn at all times while on site. You may also receive extra PPE equipment depending on who or where you will be visiting on site. The HMG site operates an electrical fob system, so you must remain with an HMG member of staff while moving around site. If you are a contractor doing work on site, your host will help you gain access to the areas you need. For health and safety reasons, access is prohibited for certain areas. There are a number of vehicle access barriers in place around the site. If you are delivering goods in a vehicle, you must press the call button in order to be let in by a member of staff. You should never follow another vehicle through the barrier. You must wait and go through separately. Tailgating is prohibited. You must never walk under the vehicle barrier. You should always use the pedestrian access points. Because of the many potential hazards, and to ensure your safety, there are many mandatory rules about personal equipment. On arrival on site, you will be handed a leaflet outlining our safety rules and evacuation procedures. Eye protection is compulsory in certain production, lab and engineering areas. You must wear protective glasses when advised to by an HMG member of staff. If you are a contractor, you may be required to wear extra personal protection as specified by an authorised HMG member of staff. All personnel working on site will be required to wear safety shoes, and in certain areas of the site, anti-static shoes must be worn. A testing pad is available. In other areas of the site, other protective equipment may be required. These will be issued by HMG staff where required and must be worn. We store and process highly flammable liquids, and for that reason, no lighters, matches or unauthorised means of ignition are allowed. These must be left with reception. HMG is a non-smoking site. If you require some sort of lighter for your work, this must be approved by a senior member of HMG staff. Because of the dangerous sparks, no private electrical or battery-powered equipment is allowed on site. This includes radios, personal music players, laptops or cameras. If you have any of these items with you, please leave them switched off and in your vehicle. Mobile phones, tablets or cameras must not be taken into production, storage or warehouse areas, or to be transported around site. They should be switched off and left in your car, an office area or with reception. If you need to make an important phone call, seek advice from your supervisor or host. Because of the toxic nature of products and materials on site, food and drink, and this includes snacks, may only be consumed in designated areas. You should find out where these are from your host or supervisor. Alcohol or drugs are not to be consumed on site. This is a busy site, so it is important to observe the site road signs, as our roads are in constant use by vans, forklift trucks, lorries and other traffic. Please observe the mandatory speed limit of 5 miles per hour and only park in designated parking spaces. The fire alarms sound like this. If you hear the alarm, evacuate the building immediately. HMG staff will show you to your assembly point. In the case of an emergency on site, all vehicle barriers will be opened. You must calmly walk to your assembly point. If you're a contractor, you will receive details of your assembly points when you pick up your work permit. If you discover a fire or suspect a fire, you should sound the alarm. Fire alarm points look like this. In the event of injury, you should report to your supervisor or host immediately. If you discover an emergency of any kind, immediately contact your host or ring 0 to report the incident to reception. If you hear a series of sharp whistles that sound like this, it means an incident has occurred on site. You should contact your host or reception immediately and ask for instructions. You are responsible for abiding by the rules that you have just been informed of. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask a member of HMG staff. Help keep this site a safe site.